Preparing for prevention. Your dog's body is constantly under attack from foreign invaders such as environmental toxins, pollutants, bacteria, germs, and viruses. The immune system is their body's natural defense against these attackers. The immune system is made up of organs, hormones, and white blood cells, whose job it is to identify and destroy disease-causing organisms. The Benjamin Franklin axiom that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure is as true today as it was when Franklin made the quote. Most dog owners feel that their prevention plan is top level. Twice-a-year vaccinations, routine deworming, and nails trimmed as required. But does this really create a dog that can withstand environmental and biological invasions? Is your dog able to properly react to the vaccine? For a vaccine to work once it's in the body, it must be injected into an animal that has a functioning immune system. This requires that your dog has all its cells functioning at 100% of their full potential. If your dog has any condition that might indicate a challenged immune system in the last 6 months, you should not vaccinate them. This includes conditions like gaining or losing weight inappropriately, hair that is coarse and dry, allergies, arthritis, diabetes, or other metabolic disorders. These diseases indicate a problem with the basal metabolic rate, which impacts the immune system. Basal body temperature is the lowest temperature maintained by the body during rest, usually during sleep. It is generally measured immediately after awakening and before any physical activity has been undertaken. For every decrease of 1 degree Fahrenheit in internal temperature of the body, the basal metabolic rate, BMR, decreases by about 7%. The chemical reactions in the body occur more quickly at higher temperatures. Like baking a cake, if the temperature is too low, the cake will still be a cake, but it just won't be a great cake. Normal temperature for a dog should be 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit. We recommend taking your dog's temperature in the morning to establish a baseline. We find that the easiest way to adjust BMR in an animal is to improve the quality of their diet. Any food that has a long shelf life is usually very difficult for an animal to digest. Animals with a normal BMR will have a healthier immune system. There is evidence that the cells of the immune system communicate directly with the nervous system. This communication pathway is also mediated via the hormonal system. Hormones include endocrine chemicals and chemicals released by the nervous system which have effects from a distance. Thus, the brain and the nervous system are part of the neuroimmune regulatory network by which each of the components communicate with each other to regulate sites throughout the body. Dogs achieve homeostasis during infection or injury by balancing the activities of pro-inflammatory and anti-inflammatory prostaglandins. Endotoxins produced by all gram-negative bacteria activate macrophages to release cytokines that are potentially lethal to the bacteria. The central nervous system, CNS, regulates systematic inflammatory responses to endotoxins through what is called the humoral mechanisms. The CNS regulates all functions of the body. An article in Scientific American states that no one could survive without precise signaling in cells. The body functions properly only because the cells constantly communicate with each other. The immune system is so complex in its relationship to organs, glands, and cells that immune dysfunction and immune suppression can create a drastic negative effect on the entire homeostasis of the body. Homeostasis is the level of health that occurs when the whole body is working in top condition. Challenging an unhealthy immune system with untimely vaccinations only increases the chances of adverse reactions and other health complications. There are 3 basic causes of communication breakdown in the body: physical, chemical, and emotional. The primary cause of communication breakdown is nerve interference in the spinal column. When the spine is in alignment, it protects the nerve pathways and allows the nervous system to send and receive information. However, because the spine is supposed to be movable, it is also susceptible to various physical stresses and forces which can cause the vertebrae to lose their alignment. These spinal misalignments cause abnormal reflexes, loss of normal mechanoreceptor function, and nerve interference, which reduces the overall effectiveness of the communication of the body. Routine visits with an AVCA certified animal chiropractor will help eliminate these breakdowns. Chemicals that are designed to treat and suppress components of the inflammatory response inhibit the normal communication of the nervous and immune system. Drugs may result in a temporary reduction of symptoms, but they do little to optimize the actual healing process and often lead to dangerous side effects and immune system disorders. Antibiotics have become a popular weapon in the medical arsenal against disease. Although no one would argue with the appropriate use of antibiotics, there is a tremendous volume of research which clearly demonstrates that antibiotics have been grossly overused, resulting in weakened immune systems and stronger bacteria and foreign microbes. Regular visits from a certified animal chiropractor will allow your dog to function at optimal levels without the need for immune-altering anti-inflammatories. Domestic dogs live lives that are very different from their non-domestic relatives, and this alteration in environment causes changes in the fight and flight response. Being kept in crates, eating from a raised bucket, and being kept alone are just a few of the lifestyle changes we have forced on dogs. Scientific research supports the concept that emotional stress has a negative impact on the immune system. Thoughts and emotions can trigger complex chemical reactions that affect the multiple body systems and particularly the immune system. Periods of intense emotional stress can result in decreased levels of natural killer cells, sluggish killer T cells, and diminished macrophage activity. Adjustment by a certified canine chiropractor will not remove these stresses, but it will restore the function of the nervous system and allow it to better communicate with the immune system. At all levels, molecular, cellular, organ, communication between elements is essential for the proper functioning of the system. This communication process is essential to the homeostasis of the body. The foundation of health begins with a functional nervous system. When that system has a breakdown in communication, we can equate levels of function and healing capability with symptoms visible within and outside the body. Immunological research clearly demonstrates that restoring, balancing, facilitating, and maximizing the communication systems of the body is the key to optimal health and immune function. Make sure your dog is healthy enough for your disease prevention program. Schedule an appointment with an AVCA certified canine chiropractor today.